evening, good evening. Six minutes time. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, you're in, man. First in. Well done. You good? So we got the news dropping in about 5 minutes. I think it's going to be a good news event. Let's see how it goes. Going to go from there. Gold at the moment is sort of consolidating. Nothing much happening here. The last week, we've sort of had these allocated zones. I think that this news. So we've got the call, PCE price, prelims, all coming out at the same time. Then obviously the jolts is going to be quite big. So at the moment, looking at this, we've got the previous, which is 1.4%, the forecast also 1.4%. Previous. So forecasts aren't too different. The employment change is what I would say is big for the Canadian dollar. Obviously, not really looking at the Canadian dollar much, but for me, that would be quite a change that side. Yeah, I think for PCE, we should see, if everything stays the same, we should see some buys come on in. So yeah, gonna be quite excited to see how that goes from there. How's your week been? What all have you caught this week? What have you been trading? Let me fix this up. Boom, there we go. What have you guys been trading this week? My main focus has been Euro USD, and then also the longer time frame trades has been my go-to. Been watching crypto. Had some really interesting crypto moments. Just using primary. This week was good. Okay, that's good to see, man. That's good to see. What made it good for your side? What did you trade this week? Hello, Starboy. How's it going? You good? How's this week for you? Any good trades? See what's happening with the dollar. The dollar has been getting some strength lately, which is very good. You can potentially see price reject from here, but I think with everything that's going on, I think the dollar will continue to see some strength. I went long on gold and managed to generate some profits, but it was on a demo. Hey man, demo trading is still good. You perfecting your craft. That's what it's about. As long as it's not a lucky trade, that's still good. It means that you executed on a trade and you were able to, follow a plan, which is all you want really. Nothing wrong with demo. Nothing wrong with demo. Okay, so you can see that price actually tapped into this area. Yeah. Very interesting. We've got 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes, and then we are pumping the news. I think the jobs claims will be a bigger one to watch out for later, in about an hour and a half. But this one, we should see a bit of movement. I don't think it's going to be too aggressive, but yeah, definitely expecting a little bit of a move. the recent big news events haven't been that volatile. I must say, it's especially in these times you expect them to be extremely volatile, but really just haven't been seeing that. But yeah, I was just on paper trading on demo for practice. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You really can't go wrong when you paper trading. There's nothing wrong with it. You're perfecting the craft, as I say. Um, as long as you're making sure that when you do it, you're not just over leveraging, making these massive trades just for the sake of trading. Make sure that you actually are following your plan and that you sticking true to your trading plan. And then demo trading's good. You're all good. Where demo trading ruins a lot of people is they start making millions and millions on demo trading. And they think, okay, cool, I'm going to do that on real trading. But, you don't count into the fact that there's emotions involved. So yeah, very, very interesting. Just want to see quickly. We've got 40 seconds to the drop. Okay, 40 seconds. I'm expecting price to buy. But yeah, just grinding myself and learning, practicing. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. And then when you are ready, man, start with a small funded account. Get yourself like a 6K, and sort of go from there. Push from there. So expecting the news event to potentially buy. Obviously, this is just my opinion, based off the data. 12 seconds. 12 seconds. 8 seconds. Let's jump onto the 1 minute. See how the news comes out. Okay, news has dropped. Let's see. So far we're buying. What's good? What's good? What's good? Okay, let's see if we can continue. So we were expecting buys. What did the news come out as? Still pending. We're rejecting those highs. So pending. Okay. 0.4. The forecast was 0.5, so it came below. What is that? Still waiting for the other news. Not a very volatile news event, but nonetheless, let's see how it plays out. When the starter does drop. Okay, so the prelim GDP came out worse than expected. This stayed the same. Okay, so if it came out worse, then we can expect the dollar to actually lose a bit of strength, which means that gold should be buying. Let's see what's happening with the dollar. Okay, so dollar is losing strength. Gold, let's see what happens. Not a very volatile one so long. What trades have you guys taken this week? Like what pairs did you trade? Did you trade gold, Euro USD? What was on the watch list this week? I'm expecting gold to buy still, but obviously not guaranteed. The dollar is losing strength as we expected. Let's see what happens with gold. Not very volatile at all. I think the jobs claims we're going to see a lot of volatility. That's going to be an interesting one to see later on. We'll sort of go from there. Do you guys have any trading questions for me today? Anything trade related? Dollar is still, dollar's finding a little bit of strength. But yeah, nothing really here for us, man. I'm not really seeing any opportunity here based off the lack of volatility right now. I think at 4 or in an hour and a half, that's when we're going to see quite a bit of volatility jumping in. Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, are more rewards going to come? Yeah, definitely. We're going to have some more rewards coming out. Just had a few issues with the coding side of it. Obviously, there's a lot more than just adding it. But yeah, definitely some more rewards to come, and should be going as soon as possible. And we'll let you guys know. What's your overview on gold? Do you think it can reach the 6,000? My opinion, no. Reason being is I think that in previous times, gold is your flock in terms of safe havens. But right now, with with the war that's currently going on, a lot of people are flocking to oil. A lot of people are flocking to silver. I just don't see gold having that strength in terms of reaching 6,000 right now. Not saying never, but right now I don't see gold going on that run. But like I say, I can be wrong. Just in my opinion, I would say that no, I don't think gold can. Um, but as we always say, that's just my opinion on things. Um, Still an interesting one for sure, though. What price do you see gold pushing to? So gold right now is buying as we expected. Why'd you block me on? What? I think it will stay in this range for a few days. Yeah. So if you actually watch our last long form video, this is the range that I'm sort of seeing us stick in, and I think that before price does buy, I think that what will happen, and this is just my outlook on it, I do think that we'll break below this range. A lot of people are going to jump in on those sells, and from there we're going to grab a lot of liquidity and then make our way up. But as I say, that's just my view on things. I would definitely say that we're going to stay in this range for a little bit, because right now a lot of people are they're all over the place. Investors are all over the place because some people are just buying gold, actually buying the asset, which, in my opinion, not the best idea right now. But I understand everyone wants the opportunity, and they sort of go from there. When you're buying the actual asset instead of just the CFD or anything like that, the actual asset, yes, the value can go up, but it doesn't mean you're going to get that value when you need it. You can't sell gold at an all-time high to a dealer or anything like that, because why would they pay that much if they don't need it? But yeah, it's definitely I think we're in for a few interesting weeks. I mean, this is literally the all-time high right here. So we'll see. Starboy, no giveaway now because of the reward system we've brought out. Possibly from next week we'll start doing giveaways in the lives. But I think the real giveaway is just you having access to ask me any questions. I have a degree in psychology. I have been funded with many companies. I've had hundreds of payouts. So I think that's where the value sort of comes in. I'm here to answer any questions, anything that you have. I'm here to help. So I think that's where a lot of the value would be. Very weak news event, guys. I don't think that we're going to be seeing any sporadic movements today. But yeah, keep your eye out on the jobs claim. I think that the jobs claim would be something to look out for. And yeah, we'll see what happens going from there. And that, do anyone else have any questions? Yeah, no, for sure. And that's the thing. I'm willing to give it, at any time. The Discord is open. If anyone has any questions, we want to grow the Discord, grow everything, and sort of make a community where everyone is learning. Everyone is welcome to speak and ask questions and be heard. So that's sort of what we're trying to build, and it's very important that we do that. So yeah, if you guys ever, even if I'm not live, if you have any questions, just pull through to the Discord, tag the Real Funded Manager, and you can ask me any question, trade related. Say, hey, look, I took this setup. What do you think of it? I'll say, not the best setup, but you could improve your entry like this, sort of go from there. And that's the beauty of it. We're always learning. I mean, I myself am always learning. You're never completely the master, so it's good. Could you give me a brief overview of what factors keep in mind while executing a trade? What factors do you mean? Like what confluences in terms of what makes me take a trade, or do you mean like psychologically wise? What keeps me sane in a trade? Could you brief overview of what factors you keep in mind while executing a trade? So if I'm understanding you correctly, I would say that when I'm in a trade, first things first, I know what's happening with the news. So if there's any big news events, I also know what's happening in terms of economics of the world. So before taking any trades, every week I know